Hello everyone and welcome. Simon here from the Whales of Wall Street. We have got XDC XinFin on our radar in today's video. Do go check out our other ones as well. We cover a multitude of different projects. Some of them go down complete rabbit holes, but that's what this channel is about. But today we are looking at XinFin's update on social media yesterday, and indeed some articles here, particularly here Yahoo Finance. This is about Metabloqs, guys. So Metabloqs, the first Metaverse project, which is built on XinFin. So just to be clear, that's not the first Metaverse project in general. What I mean is it's the first one on XinFin. So that is going to be really cool. We know how powerful XinFin's XDC aspect is in terms of efficiency, transactional speeds, all this great stuff. But of course, Web3, Metaverse, humongous topics right now for 2022, moving forward. Kind of started, well, Metaverse has been around for a while, to be fair, but the actual sort of mainstream awareness did indeed probably begin around October-ish last year when Facebook announced its change of name to Meta, the big conversation about Metaverse. We've seen the adoption of VR units going absolutely bonkers, and the same for AR as well. So it's all coming together. I still think we're a bit of a way off for that kind of Ready Player One mentality or concept, but we're certainly on the right road. Now, as you know, in previous videos, I do have questionable thoughts in my mind about Metaverse. In one side, I think it's absolutely exciting to see this on our doorstep as something that might happen on our lifetimes. And the other side is more like a bit more of a moral compass of, is this good for humanity? Is this good for society? Are we going to lose many people to these metaverse worlds who perhaps prefer that life to this one? It's going to be a very strange crossroads for many people, I think. But I've got an Oculus Quest 2 behind me. It's absolutely brilliant. I'd probably go on it like once a week because otherwise I get disorientated. It's crazy. I can last like half an hour on it before I start smashing the house up, hitting lights in the ceiling because I'm throwing discs in arena games and stuff. It's crazy. But the whole mentality of Metaverse isn't just about games. We've got the NFT aspect in terms of property, ownership, collectibles, anything to do with your avatar, basically. Look at this, football matches, of course, going to stadiums, entertainment, exploring, tourism, all these things that, you sort of sit there. And this is the thing where I had the moral aspect of it. It's like, you want to encourage yourself to go across the world and see something. I'm very privileged to have been to the pyramids of Giza. Unfortunately, couldn't finish the rest of the trip because at the time I had torn many ligaments in my legs, so I was on crutches, so I had to cancel a lot of it. But in my mind, imprinted is the beauty that I saw, as well as some other things in Cairo, of course, as well. But that aspect now I feel is disappearing from people because we have this mentality, especially the last few years, working from home and being at home more and this and another. I know for a fact more people are not as bothered as they used to be about trying to go out. And it's kind of sad in a way, but I think it's going to deliver a strange momentum in people's minds to go, actually, I don't want to go traveling. I'm just going to put my VR unit on and go and visit that place now. Or let's see what it looks like first and decide whether we should go or not. So it's just going to be weird in my mind. Like, let me know what you think about Metaverse in the comments below. Just think I think, like I said, it's absolutely exciting. But on the other side of the coin, it's like, what is the actual society downward trend we might have if we go down this route? Nonetheless, the topic of this is the Metabloqs. It looks really cool. You can join now. This will open up an email option. You put your email in, and if you're one of the first 5,000, I believe you have the opportunity to obtain free land and rare good NFTs. I'm not quite sure what rare good means, but it indeed says in this article, the first 5,000 registered users will get land and a rare good NFT, whatever that may be. So that's going to be quite cool. A lot of people I've seen in Discord, and including myself, have had issues with receiving the email. Don't panic. I think there's just a general well-known issue in the background going on. I'm not sure why, but people aren't getting their registration emails. But for sure, I think there's still time, because indeed on the Metabloqs site here, on their Twitter, sorry, there's only 400 or 500 people. Oh, it was 400 earlier. It's now 622. So that is growing. Discord's not massive just yet, but I can assure you, as news gets out of this, more and more people will join. So at least you can kind of obtain that. Maybe you're at least already in the first 2,000. We'll have to see how that goes. But hopefully they'll sort that out soon. I won't do a big video on this. We'll do a separate one for sure for Metabloqs, but I just wanted to bring your attention that XDC XinFin is not just about private hybrid blockchain technology for finance. It is now delving into the world of Metaverse, and Metabloqs is indeed the first project built on XinFin that is Metaverse focused. So very interesting. Like I said, we'll do a video on Metabloqs in the coming days, but for sure, very nice to see the diversification and pretty much what most other blockchains are now doing as well. I mean, we looked at Zilliqa many times. Of course, they got the Metabloqs, fantastic project. I got Sandra there who's doing a great job with the marketing and the communications of that. And for sure, they are developing very fast. There's going to be a race. It doesn't mean there's going to be one metaverse. There's going to be several of them, different worlds, different opportunities. How they will combine and how they will be interoperable is yet to be seen. But that's the excitement part in my mind. It's just this technological advancement that I never thought I would see in my lifetime. So really cool to see that. Let us know what you think about all this in the comments below. But let's snap into the chart. And why are we going into the chart? Well, we've got a few things going on. Of course, the crazy world right now has been for a few years, probably has been for decades actually, but certainly the last couple of years, including right now. Thoughts go out to many of the people that are affected, of course. But what's happening with the markets and everything right now is very much around the emphasis of what's going on in the world. But of course, we've got other effective things. XDC is a bit weird because it doesn't always fully react to Bitcoin's movements. It hasn't done so massively today like many other assets have. But we've got the Bitcoin's, what's it called? The deadline, sorry, for Bitcoin's, I've lost the words now. It'll come back to me in a bit. But yeah, it's very much the deadline today. And so that means that we will probably see some reaction to this. It's basically the opportunity for people who are doing the leveraging or indeed long-term positioning, have the option to, I believe, sell today. So it looks like at the moment Bitcoin is flopping, has been doing for a couple of days now in anticipation, I guess. But the way the market is going, it looks like a bit of a downward trend. What am I doing with XDC right now? I'm looking at two positions. One is definitely back onto this fib retracement level here around 4.7 cents. And I do indeed have a buy order back down around here. It's not quite in line with the fib retracement. It's just slightly under. Mine's around 4.24 or something. I don't know if I was that accurate. I might just put 4.2 to be fair. I still have an area down here with a bag of USDT. I may change that over the next few weeks depending on how we go with the trend. But of course at the moment, there could be an argument to say that we are potentially coming into that area perhaps during March. There was an anticipation that March would be this kind of look and feel. It's not the end of the world right now, for sure, in terms of like where we are position wise. But I've got a bag there just in case. But for sure, the short-term aspects for me in buying opportunities is down here at 4.7 and the next one at 4.2. Why have I done this? Well, we're seeing a few things pattern-wise on the RSIs, and including the overpurchasing index information here as well. So we had a bit of a sell-off here. We're now in a bit of a downward wave trend, still in a relatively positive aspect in the sense that it's not dragging it down really fast. But we can see down here on the MACD, let me just get rid of this stupid drawing thing here and pull this up. Here we go. So we got the MACD here that we can literally see with the blue and the orange here. So this is the 1226 close. It's narrowing slightly. That doesn't mean that it might fully switch over into a bear market, but I do indeed see some sideways movement coming. but the potential opportunity for it to come down a bit lower to where it is right now. The RSIs themselves have indeed been jumping all over the place the last couple of weeks, but some important areas to be interested in. We had the lower regions a few days ago back at this 28-day area on the 14-day. Not as low as it was even back here in the beginning of February, but more recently here at the end of February, we had these lower highs, higher lows, which is good. But for right now, with the 14 and 28 day where they are 37, 39 respectively, this for me is another really good entry point, or indeed a DCA opportunity. It doesn't mean for me to go, oh wow, we're really low and we're at a really good unique point that I like, and jump it all in. It means that I'm going to put a good contribution of my stables into this point where it is. And like I said, round at 4.7 and 4.2 as well. If they don't come in, fine. I've still managed to obtain XDC at a very good price point. And hopefully it tails itself back up at some point soon. But all I can do is look at the data right now, and that's what is telling me in my mind. Not financial advice, just my opinion on what I am doing based on the reactions and based on the experience that I've had over the last few years on trading and taking these market opportunities, especially in the dips. Sure, everyone gets frustrated when it's coming down, when it's low. These are the best opportunities. If you believe in a project, I think XinFin and XDC is an absolutely humongous opportunity. Certainly when a bull run does take place, hopefully this year at some point. But me, for the future, this is incredible opportunity to accumulate as much as I can. I remember when we did the sort of the fish ratings, and a while back I was like, oh, I wish I could get to this level. I'm now at that level, and now I'm looking at the next one, and I'm partially blessed. I know it's annoying to be down these regions, but I'm blessed in the mind to be like, wow, I've been given the opportunity to obtain it at these levels. I've seen it before. I saw it a lot in 2020. I had Ethereum to begin with. I took that ride. I then sold it at the top. When it all came down, I was buying things like VET, ADA, XRP, all these crazy things for next to nothing. And they absolutely flew after that. And I feel like this is a similar mindset of 2020. I'm not going to say that we're going to go and do a huge flop down like we did in March 2020, but I'm indeed anticipating that the mindset of opportunity and where I believe the projects will be maybe in a few years time. 2025 is a big 25 is a big sort of area of interest to me in terms of maybe taking out all of my positions. Have to see how it goes, obviously, but right now I feel like we're given a good chance to get in. So XDC is one of those, for sure, one of our popular bags here at Wales of Wall Street. We look at the performance indicators on the right hand side here, still positive on the 1 year, but obviously all of the rest of them are down. However, the weekly and the 1 month are looking quite strong at this point in time. I know they're in red, but they're getting progressively better. And it's also an indicator of how strong XDC is, because it's not doing these fluctuations, big fluctuations like a lot of the other assets are doing. It's very much a stabled pattern downward. And that's quite healthy in some ways, because you anticipate that will do a similar occurrence on the way up as well. Obviously, big announcements might come out along the way and push that up quicker. But for me, it's a really, really good opportunity, and obviously a massive project that we've covered many, many times. Let us know in the comments below what you are doing with your XDC bags. Have you been buying, selling? Are you giving up? What's going on? But for sure, we've got many, many other videos to be covering over the next 24 hours whilst I've got the time, whilst I've got the broadband working. So we're going to wrap that up there. But really looking forward to providing a video about Metabloqs in the coming days. We will cover that for sure. So until then, guys, thanks very much for watching this one. We will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.